Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Open University.
Now let us continue with the discussion of this rectification of errors. So now here the classification of errors may be, again, what are the, that is for errors which affect the agreement of trial balance and the errors which do not affect the agreement of trial balance. So here the errors which for the purpose of rectification the classified as the errors which affect the agreement of trial balance, means even though these errors occur but it won't be reflected with trial balance. So in spite of the errors are there, the total trial balance will tally. So such errors are that errors of partial omission, error of casting or error of carry forwarding, error of balancing, error of posting to the correct account but with the wrong amount, error of posting to the correct account but on the wrong side, error in posting to the wrong side with the wrong amount, omitting to show an account in the trial balance. Now here, how to rectify the error? So here now the practical question is that once the error has occurred in the accounting process, then how can we solve the rectified error? So here one should be kept in mind that if you are even though you are preparing the accounts manually, so here these corrections are not allowed. So here you have to pass the another journal entry so that your error may be rectified by another accounting entry. So here that correction is not allowed at all to make in the books of accounts. So to ensure the correctness of the accounting, so you should pass another effect in such a manner that the error is already which is located can be rectified by the another accounting effect. So here first error which does not affect the trial balance. So here when the error does not affect the trial balance, now to rectify this error the another journal entry is required to be passed. And the another type of error is which affect the trial balance, means whenever the trial balance does not tally because of certain errors, so these errors are called as errors affecting trial balance. So here such type of errors can be rectified by two ways: either you write a note in respective account or you pass in journal entry using suspense account. So here one thing is sure that when the suspense account is used, so suspense account is used for the error which affect the trial balance, means whenever the trial balance does not tally and the error which is responsible for not telling the trial balance, for that account if you want to pass journal entry then the suspense account should be used. Means for the error of omission no suspense account is required, error of complete omission the no suspense account is required, or for the error of principal suspense account cannot be used. So here suspense account can be used whenever the error is such that because of that error the trial balance does not tally. Errors of affecting the trial balance, when the errors are such which affect the trial balance, so here when the question is when we can use the suspense account and when the suspense account cannot be used. So here when the error is located before preparing the trial balance, means once you have extracted the balance of ledger account but still the trial balance is not prepared and at this stage the error is located, so at that time the suspense account is not used and no journal entry is passed and the required effect is only given in the ledger account itself. For example, if suppose in the purchase account you have recorded less amount, say instead of rupees 1 lakh you have recorded 90,000, so for 10,000 which is not recorded in purchase account and the error is located before preparing the trial balance, so for this type of error means journal entry is not required, suspense account will not be used at all. Only simple errors process is that you will another debit 10,000 rupees on the debit side of purchase account and the error will be automatically rectified. So here suspense account will not be used and no journal entry is required to be passed, means so here again the question is when to pass journal entry, when not to pass journal entry, when to use suspense account, when not to use suspense account. So here one thing is sure that for the error of principal and for the error of complete omission suspense account will not be used. Again I repeat another rule that for rectifying the error of principal and rectifying the error of complete omission also, directly you cannot pass the accounting entry in that particular one account. So for the error of principal and for the error of complete omission, the another journal entry is required to be passed without using suspense account. Now the question is that another type of error which affect the trial balance. So whenever the any error which affect the trial balance, so at that time you should see that when the error is located, whether before the trial balance or after preparing the trial balance. So if the error is located before preparing the trial balance, at that time no accounting entry is required to be passed, no suspense account will be used, and directly you can pass by passing a remark in that particular account, you can rectify that error. Then when the suspense account is used and you have to required to pass journal entry, so whenever an error which affects the trial balance and the error is located only after preparing the account. So here on most of the errors which are reflected by the trial balance. So these errors can be known only once you prepare the trial balance, and the trial balance does not tally. That means there are certain error which is reflected by the trial balance. So for the errors which are only rectified after preparing the trial balance, for such type of error you have to pass journal entry using suspense account. So here suspense account is used when the error is located after preparing trial balance. Now let us discuss that how to with the practical example how to rectify the errors. So here that I will give you the practical example that what is the process of rectifying the error. So first of all we are discussing that how to rectify the errors which do not affect the trial balance, means the trial balance tallies, still the errors are there. For example, first error is error of complete omission, means whenever the entire transaction is not recorded in the books of account and the entire transaction omitted to be recorded, then it is called as error of complete omission. So you have to pass the correct journal entry and the error is automatically rectified. For example, that goods sold to Premal for rupees 400 not recorded at all. So means it is not recorded in sales book. So it is not posted in Premal account, not also posted in sales account. So there is complete omission of this transaction. So in order to rectify this error, you have to pass journal entry like Premal's account debited rupees 400 to sales account rupees 400. Another error is error of principal. So error of principal, for example, that salary paid to Ram rupees 500 debited to Ram's personal account. So here, as per the accounting principle, whenever you are paying salary, at that time only the salary account should be debited and the person of the employee should not be debited. So here that if you are debiting the salary to the employee's personal account, means it is an error of principle. For example, that salary paid to Ram rupees 500 debited to Ram's personal account. So here correct. So here so another thing is that you have to remember the process of rectifying the error. So the rectification will pass through the 3 stages. Number 1, first read the question carefully, identify the mistake, whether it is an error of principal or error of omission or error of commission. Then think about the correct entry. So here salary paid to Ram rupees 500, the correct entry is that salary account debited to cash account. So Ram account should not be debited. That is the correct entry. Now think about the wrong entry. Wrong entry committed is, instead of debiting salary account, Ram account debited to cash account. So here now you will see that which account is wrongly debited. So here Ram account is wrongly debited. So instead of Ram account to be debited, which account should be debited? So salary account should be debited. So how to pass the rectification entry? So here we have to cancel the account which is wrongly debited. So Ram account is wrongly debited. Now in the rectification entry, the Ram account will be credited. So here the automatically this debit entry will be cancelled by giving the credit effect. So here Ram account is nullified, and instead of Ram account, the correct account debited should be salary account. So in the rectification entry, you are debiting salary account. So here your rectification entry will be salary account debited to Ram account. So this way the error can be rectified. So here follow the particular process of rectifying the error. First, read the question carefully. Secondly, identify the error. Third, pass the correct entry or think about the correct entry. Second, think about the wrong entry, means which mistake is committed in passing the entry or giving the accounting effect. And then automatically when you are comparing the correct entry and the wrong entry, automatically you will get the rectification entry. So here we have to cancel the RAM account. So debit, you want to cancel the debit of RAM account. So in the rectification entry you have to cancel it by giving credit effect. So salary account is not debited in the wrong entry, which should be correctly debited. So here in the rectification entry you are debiting the salary account, which is the correct method of making the rectification entry. So here the rectification entry is salary account debited to RAM account. Another question. So another question is purchase of furniture rupees 700 debited to purchase account. So here I discussed that whenever any asset is purchased like machinery or furniture, then all the expenses related to purchase of asset should be debited to that particular asset account, and all the expenses are included in the cost of asset. So here you have purchased furniture and 700 should be debited to furniture account. So here the mistake is, instead of debiting furniture account you have debited purchase account. So here purchase account should be used only for the purchase of goods. So while passing the rectification entry, your principle of double entry system or your principle of debit and credit should be correctly learned, and you should be very clear about that which account should be debited and which account should be credited. So here purchase of furniture or rupees 700 debited to purchase account. So what is the mistake? So whenever you are purchasing the asset, particular asset account should be debited. Like whenever you are purchasing furniture account should be debited. Whenever you are purchasing machinery account should be debited. If you purchase land account should be debited. When you purchase motor car account should be debited. So here furniture account should be debited, purchase account should not be debited, because purchase account is used only for the purchase of goods. So here whenever you are purchasing furniture as an asset, so particular furniture account should be debited. So the correct entry is furniture account debited to cash account. Now by mistake, which wrong entry is passed? So in the question itself it is given that debited to purchase account. So here by mistake you have debited purchase account. So the wrong entry is purchase account debited to cash account. Now how to rectify the error? So again you should think that which account is wrongly debited. So here purchase account is wrongly debited. Now you want to cancel this debit effect of purchase account. So in the rectification entry what you will do? You will give it credit. So here purchase account is nullified by crediting the purchase account, and which account should be credited? So in place of this purchase account, which account should be debited? Furniture account. So here rectification entry will be furniture account debited to purchase account. So here first think about the correct entry, furniture account debited to cash account. Second stage, think about the wrong entry, purchase account debited to cash account. Now how to rectify the error? So purchase account is to be cancelled, so purchase account debit entry should be credited and correct furniture account should be debited. So rectification entry automatically you will get, that is furniture account debited to purchase account. Another example, wages paid rupees 300 for the purchase of machinery. So here I have already discussed that these wages for the machinery should be debited to machinery account. So the correct entry is machinery account debited to cash account. Now instead of debiting machinery account, by mistake you have debited wages account to cash account. So here cash is credited correctly. So cash account, rectification entry, cash account will not appear. Now you want to cancel the wages account which is wrongly debited. So this wrong debit entry you have to cancel by crediting wages account, and the correct account debited should be machinery account. So the rectification entry you will get, that is machinery account debited to wages account, right? So next example we will discuss in the next session. Thank you.
Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar Open University.